Um, so, so the reason California is increasing the minimum wage is because they wanted to address the increasing living costs in California. So what they did was they increased the minimum wage starting from 2014. It increased it from $9 to $10, and then in 2016 they passed a bill where they plan to increase the minimum wage from $9 all the way to $15 by 2023. So, increasing minimum wage increases the employment cost of businesses in California, and I wanted to understand how this would affect the product costs of businesses in California, as well as the business development in California. So, I assume that markets with higher percentage low minimum wage workers or low wage workers would have higher product costs. So, meaning that their products would be more expensive to the consumers. And my second assumption was that business development will have decreased in California because of the increased employment costs. So how I went about looking at this was that I analyzed available CPI data, which came from three metropolitan areas, which was LA, San Francisco, and San Diego. And from my CPI data that I analyzed, I noticed that two markets had interesting price fluctuations. One was food away from home. Um, so food away from home is like restaurants or stuff like that. The prices for that increased about 40% since 2010. And from this graph, you can see that there's a great increase right after 2014 when we started increasing minimum wage in our state. Um, and the second market was the apparel market, so clothing market. In San Diego, there was a high increase of price increase for clothing, but in LA and San Francisco, the prices of clothes actually went down. You can ask me about that later. Um, for my second assumption, um, for business development, I thought that business development would go down in our state, but it didn't at all. It actually has been going up increasingly since 2014, and there has been no effect from the minimum wage. But that's overall in California. But in the apparel market, it has gone down, but there was a recent boom, and I don't think it's because of the minimum wage. And yeah, so in conclusion, minimum wage does have effects on product prices in in the apparel market and in the food away from home market, but very little effects on markets outside of those. And I will, and for a policy, I would like for introduction of new research on rural areas in California because there's no CPI data currently on rural areas. I believe that California policies, in terms of minimum wage, would have a different effect in those